Welcome back guys, this is Vishu from Savage Camp, and in this video we are going to look at the visual editor which is present by default in any Linux operating system. So to call the visual editor we use the command vi, which stands for visual editor, and this helps us edit node files or any other scripts that you have. You can also create scripts with this. It's basically like Notepad for Linux servers. Now there is also one more software that is very well known, and it's called as Vim. And if I do a Vim, it is not present in this system. So I am going to install it right now. So just think of Vim as like an older brother of VI. So whatever VI can do, Vim can also do, and Vim has additional properties like it can understand various languages and it is much more powerful than VI. So if we learn Vim, you're basically learning VI but an advanced version. So we will focus on Vim because the commands that we will learn in Vim is same in VI. So if I do a ls, we have this file test. So if I want to edit this file, I will do vim and just test, and I press the tab to autocomplete. So this is a text file, and here you will see it has 12 line numbers and 134 characters. So right now we are in a command mode. So if I try to write something, it is not going to write. You see, like nothing is happening even though I'm pressing some keys on the keyboard, and you can see no previous regular expression. So to edit any file in Vim, you have opened this file. To edit it, there are two modes. There's command mode, which mode we are in right now, and there is edit mode. So to get into the edit mode, you have to press the letter I. So once I press the letter I, you will see this change to insert. Now, whatever I do, it is going to make changes in the file. Now, there is a famous joke that people who start learning Vim are not able to exit it. And that is because it's very easy, but a lot of beginners get stuck on this and they are not able to exit, and they eventually close this terminal or try to like restart the machine. The way to exit from insert mode is very easy. All you have to do is press escape. So as soon as I press escape, you will see that insert go away. Now why do we need a command mode? Because in the command mode, there are some buttons that have some functionalities which will help you work faster. So I made this change, and suppose I don't want to make this change. I had a typo in here. So if I just press the letter U, it will undo all the changes just by pressing one letter, and you will see one change before #1 and then 59 seconds ago. And if I do a letter X, it is going to delete a character. So if I do another X, it's going to delete one more character. Another X, one more. Another X, one more. Now if I want to recover it, same, do undo, which is letter U, and you will see it come back. So similarly, if I want to copy this line, I'm in command mode because I don't see insert over here. Anytime you go into insert mode, you will see insert written over here. If I escape, there's no insert, it is not insert mode, so it is command mode. So if I press the letter Y twice, it is going to copy this file. Now if I bring the cursor down over here and I press the letter P for paste, it is going to paste that line. If we want to search, I can do a slash and then type this, and it is going to pick that up. So you will see it being highlighted, and you can search for anything, and if it is not present, it won't highlight anything. So this is an easier way to search for something. And if you want to try to search from the back, I think it is TEXT. So it will start instead from left side of the file, it would start from the right side of the file. We saw how to undo your changes, how to delete a single character by letter X, how to copy the whole line with YY, how to paste this line with the letter P, and then we can also see at replace. So if I go over here and type R, it's going into replace mode, and then I can type X, so it would take the letter X. Remember, we are still in command mode. The X letter will usually delete characters. If I press an X, it is going to delete it. But if I press R, it is replace. So anything that I press now is going to be replaced. So whenever you use replace, it is going to replace that word. So it would temporarily go into insert mode. Now what else do we have? We have a colon. At the end, you will see a colon. And if I do set space NU, it is going to set the numbers in the file. And if you want to save this file, remember this is not going to be saved in the file. This is just for your information. If there's an error on line 14, you can do set NU and see line 14. So if you want to save this file, it's :W for save, :Q for quit. I will go back. If you want to save and quit, you do WQ. And if you want to quit, so suppose I made some changes, let me remove that and go into insert mode, and I made these changes, but I don't want to save this. So I will do :Q, and then it will say no write since last change, add exclamation to override. So because we made changes, but we did not save, it is not going to quit. So it will either ask you to discard all the changes or to save and quit. So in this case, I'm going to do :Q and an exclamation at the end to quit without saving. So if I do this, we added some gibberish data after Savage Camp. Let's go back, and that is gone because we quit the file without saving. So I think that is it for this video, guys. I would put these letters in the description. The more you work with Vim, the more you will use this, and there is like a big cheat sheet which is pretty useful. But I think that is enough for this video. These are very basics. I would highly suggest download the Vim cheat sheet and put it by your desk, so it's there for you whenever you want to use it. But I think that is it for this video, guys. It's pretty useful, and all this is too much for a beginner, but these are like essentials that you will be using a lot. So I decided to go over these. So I think that is it for this video, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.